Thank you so much for staying tuned to this channel. If you just joined us, this is This Morning on ITV, and we're taking a look at the aftermath of Supreme Court judgment, place for good governance. And we have a full studio because we have two strong politicians and, of course, two strong legal practitioners that have divergent views and opinions. But the big question now is, after the war, after the battle at the Supreme Court, many things came out to the fore. Many are happy with the result or the outcome. Many are like saddened with the results or the outcome. Don't forget the comment of retired SAN, Muhammad. He said, look, there is corruption in the Supreme Court. Quoting him right now, both the page of the newspaper is all there. Talk about lopsidedness. They will not have Senate presidents from certain region in the Supreme Court if things are not done the way it ought to be done. The big question now is if an ex-bencher, so to speak, is complaining about what is happening in the apex court. How do you think others will fare? Anyway, my analysts will throw more light on this. So they're saying it is a victory for democracy. No need to fight, no need to squabble, no need to do another thing. Just go ahead with the flow. Some are even suggesting Atiku will be, come work with Tinubu to make Nigeria better. They've extended the olive branch. Let's work together because this is the first government in Nigeria so far for a very long time that have, encapsulated, empowered a very strong member of the opposition to come work with our government. Person of Yinsam Wike, yes, he's working with APC, though he's a PDP member. So I have various opinions about that, but believe it or not, he's a member of the PDP, but he's working with APC government. So you see, is it a possibility? With me here in the studio to talk about this, I have a legal practitioner, public affairs commentator. Join me to welcome Barrister Justin Ure. Barrister, welcome to TMI. I appreciate your coming.
Thank you, Hussein.
All right.
Yes, good morning.
Stay very close to him. He is a vibrant youth and, of course, a politician and entrepreneur. Join me to welcome Eki Festus. That Eki is too long. I have to abbreviate it. So please, welcome to TMI.
I will say good morning, viewers. Good morning.
Stay very close to him is another legal practitioner, public affairs commentator. Join me to welcome Barrister Greg Odaze. Barrister, welcome to TMI.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
Okay.
Good morning, my viewers.
All right.
At home.
So very close to him at my extreme left, he is a political analyst, a vibrant youth leader, an entrepreneur, a politician, and of course a leader in the All Progressives Congress. Join me to welcome Samuel Ehigato, aka Aras. Welcome to TMI on this edition.
Good morning, Wilson.
All right.
And good morning, viewers.
All right. So of course, in the studio, we still have someone that loves the Labour Party so much. They love the PDP so much. Just like in a balanced discussion. Let's see how it will go. Just to talk about Festus also is also the youth leader in his own domain, because talk about his axis, his region. He's a force to reckon with. Barrister Adaze, Greg, and of course Barrister Justin Ure. They are heavyweights, heavy punchers. Not the one that happened between Fury and Francis yesterday. You should watch that match. That would be for Sports Sunday. Not now. That match was something else. It was something else. Now, gentlemen, let's come down to what we are here to discuss about the judgment delivered by the Supreme Court. Looking for a way forward for Nigerians to enjoy dividends of democracy. Before going through, we're talking about people coming around to work with this government, the prospects for good governance. Samuel Higato, what do you feel about the judgment? Some are happy about it. Some are saying, yes, it was well executed, expected. Kudos to the Supreme Court justices, they did well. Others are saying, no, they don't like this judgment. It ought not to be so. What do you have to say about it?
Thank you, Wilson. First and foremost, I will say congratulations to Nigerians and congratulations to the President of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I will say congratulations to the APC family. I will also say congratulations to the PDP families that recognize the judgment as well. I will say congratulations to the Labour Party members that also recognize the judgment as well. And not all will be happy, we know. When a judgment is given, there must be a loser and there must be a winner. And when there is a winner, definitely we always say congratulations. When there's a loser, definitely there's a complaint. You will see it in every case. It doesn't have to do with this presidential election case alone. That when they go into the court, when they come out, you hear this lawyer say the judgment was like this, was wonderful. He will give his own explication, reason why he accepted the judgment was good. While also the other lawyer will come out and give his own interview why he believed the judgment was biased or whatever way he feel. But at the end, we can't take it away from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has given its judgment is the highest place Nigerian we all can go for a common man or whoever to seek justice. And justice will be done and pronounced, whether everybody likes it or not. But I believe, in my own opinion, the judgment was well explicitly explained by the 7 justices that represented the Supreme Court in their own way, in their own best of belief, because judgment does not mean that it must be perfect. And they gave the reasons why some evidences were not even accepted. If you, in your opinion, thought that this evidence could have, but they gave their reasons. There are time limits to certain decisions. There are time limits to evidence bringing. There are different things that can happen. But when those lawyers fail to do it at the time they were supposed to do it, and you now come and blame the judge, or you come and blame the justice for their judgment? No. First, we should learn to blame ourselves for not doing things at when due and right time. Because Nigerians will love fire brigade approach. And the fire brigade approach, we should all learn to stop it. Because it is not taking us forward as well. Because I believe, if you believe that you want the CSU result, before the appeal court, you should have even started the procedure in American court. Not after an appeal has been decided, and you know quite all right that the Supreme Court can never accept of new evidence based on their own policies, and you want to force them against their rules? No. So let us be very sincere about that aspect. For me, I say congratulations, the case is over. It is now time for us to focus on governance. And that aspect of focus on governance is exactly what our leader is doing. You said just now a PDP member. No, it's not only a PDP member that is a minister. We have a PDP member who is Yuson Wike. We have an ADC member from Lagos State to Ogun State, ADC member from another party. That's also a minister. So this is a man that wants to carry everybody along. It is also left for the Labour Party to also come and work with us if they have the ideology they claim to have. You have a lot of brilliant ideas. You want to rule Nigeria, you want to take Nigeria to the next Eldorado. Now bring your idea. If you say you are a PDP member, you have a lot of ideology, bring it to the party. Bring your suggestions, bring your opinions, and let's work and bring Nigeria to the next level. That is a basic. This is a government all inclusive.
It's an open government, an all
inclusive government. He has already pronounced and started it. All actions shows it.
Okay, I'll come back to you on that. Well, you're a legal practitioner. You serve in the temple of justice. And I know that somewhere along the line you may have your human reservations, but come on, that is a temple you worship for justice. Barrister Greg, what do you have to say about it?
Yes, the Supreme Court, actually I'm overwhelmed with immeasurable joy.
Joy?
With the outcome of the judgment. And I also align myself completely with the submission and the position of my co-panelists arise. The effort, the wisdom, and the time the Supreme Court have devoted in that judgment is commendable. It's a laudable one. So more legal wisdom. We are also to save this country from a lot of political quagmire. The judgment is a reflection of justice.
Okay.
In this country. The evidence, you see, the medians, people were saying a whole lot of things. Even while the matter were going on, when we, in our office, when we were discussing the issues, the legal issues, I don't have any doubt that the candidate of All Progressive Party will emerge victorious at the Supreme Court. Because people, it's issue of evidence. It's not issue of going to the media. Have been issued. The case of the opposition parties, their case were not proved, were weak. But they were using media trial.
Media trial.
It's beyond that.
I know that you're not a member of the APC, but for the way you're talking right now, it's like you're dancing towards their tune. I wonder what that is.
He's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer. That's his opinion. Of course, I'm just saying
it's his own opinion.
If I were to involve in the legal team in that case,
yes,
that is what you are alleging fraud. At what time of the other, no investigation were carried out. No person, no to allege. When you say fraud, it's a serious allegation. It must be investigated thoroughly. All this were not done. And in the middle of after the Court of Appeal delivered judgment, they made an application before the Supreme Court to call for a fresh evidence. So a party must stand and it must stand by its case it presented in the court, and it must also fall by that case. You must stand by your case.
Was that a mistake they made, bringing fresh evidence before the court?
You see, yes, they have the right, but it's discretionary to call a fresh evidence in an appellate court. You need to approach the court to persuade the court, and it's discretionary power on the court.
The court.
It's not a matter, it's discretionary. You know what that means?
Yeah.
Because
choose to or not
because
to.
at the trial court, those evidence were not before the court. Now you are not as volatile as the matter of national interest. So the wisdom of the Supreme Court, once again, is commendable.
All right. I'll come back to you, Barrister Odaze. Festus, you've heard both of them. You're smiling and you're like, saying, yes, give voice to your thoughts. I mean, the judgment, many people are not really happy about it. Why? So
Very few people.
So many people are happy. Hold on now. Many are not happy about it.
No, few are not
happy. So many are happy about it. So, I mean, it's like the many and the so many disparity. Take it up from there.
You see, when in a country where people take a lot of things for granted, and it's something that we must take serious. When something is very vital to you, make it your day-to-day activities. And I guess as an individual, I've been able to learn a lot from these APC, Labour Party, PDP matter, as long as politics is concerned. Now, I want to say this today. If you think someone that is contesting against you is not an upright man, don't wait for him to win before you begin to gather evidence against him. I'm saying this on a plain ground. Reasons because if they actually thought of we will lose or we may lose, and if we lose, we have to go to court, then we should have backings on things that will make the court say this man you ought not to be there.
Now, if you have debt, bring it out immediately.
Now, in Nigeria, we plan just for the good. We don't plan for the bad. If the Labour Party, the All Progressive Congress, the PDP have sat down and say, should in case we lose, which is the bad, we have to go like this. This man is this person, this man is not this person. Now, you take money, begin to do the investigation he was talking about. Let's see how real is this man. How fake is this man? Now, for the court judgment, you don't expect a law court to give judgment based on sympathy. No court will do that. You are calling me a thief, and I am standing before the court and I'm telling the court I'm not a thief. And you don't have evidence to prove. Now they said, Festus, go, you are not a thief. You said, no, let's go to the Supreme Court. Festus is a thief. Now you're not telling the Supreme Court to say, he was in UK. He stole from one white woman. The white woman is bringing a letter. Supreme Court, have it. This is the letter that the white woman has written. How are we sure that letter is from the white woman? That's why he was using the word discretion. You have to, you see, those lawyers, to me, they were not even the problem. You know those that were the problem? Those candidates.
the Atiku and the Obi.
No, they have the right to contest.
I'm coming,
any
sir.
results.
I'm coming. I said it before now.
Yes.
That the man that was in charge, that was the flag bearer of the Labour Congress, he's not a smart man. I was saying this because I have gone to Anambra State, where he ruled as the former governor, and I have to bring out things he has done, things he didn't do. I don't just come and tell you this man did not work now. Before I will say this man is not working, I have to compare what he has done and what he didn't do. If on the at the base we now find out that what you ought to do that you did not do is more than what you did as a former governor, you don't expect a pass mark. So the Supreme Court have given verdict, and I will expect every good Nigerian, patriotic citizens of this great country to put hands on deck. Let's work. Let's make this country the country we want. And what we need now, Wincy, is not the time to start saying Tinubu is a bad man. No, it is the time for you to be a critic to the government of the day. It's a time for you to sit down, check their policies, right? Go to media, go for a press conference and tell Nigeria that these policies is not good. And the president we have today will listen. If you check, whenever you appoint someone and the people are crying, no, we don't need him, he will withdraw the appointment.
Just one case so far.
Just one case. Two.
Okay, yes, two. Yes, you're
Yeah,
right.
the
Minister of Sports and also this young dude also.
Yes.
Okay, yes, two.
So
Two out of many. Come on, that is like.
see, you know why I'm saying this?
What of the 5,000 matter?
Okay, John, hold on. I'm to you.
If you can't be there, now I am sitting there. The only way you can put me on work
Always criticize what I
is for
do.
you to criticize my policies that are not upright.
Upright. Okay. But hold on. Before I come to Barrister Justin, how would have the matter went the other way? Would you be filled with smiles, or you have other things to say about this? Be honest.
Like I told you before,
Yes.
Wincy, as a man, you plan bad, you plan good. We always pray for the good to happen. If the Supreme Court have come out and say, Tinubu, he did not win, these are evidence and they are glaring, and they present it, you're not going to fight the Supreme Court. It's a judgment you have to accept.
Okay. I'll come back to you. Barrister Justin, you've heard them. Why they were talking about looking at them asking what kind? What are these guys talking about? What are they talking about? Of course, you're also a minister, the temple of justice, but you have sympathy, well, I say touch with a particular political party, which is a lot. After all, we're all political animals. What do you feel about this?
Thank you, Mr. Wilson, and my esteemed viewers. I strongly, as expected, I think you know, differ from the speakers that have spoken before me. I strongly differ from my friend and my brother, my colleague, and my other friend. I strongly disagree with them. The judgment to me is a sham, and it does not reflect what the status or the state of things with the overwhelming evidence that was presented before the court.
The fresh one or the former ones?
Whether the fresh one or the former one. Now, I'll take some time to analyze and present things as they are. And you see, you make your own conclusion yourself. I'll only give the introduction and the premise. I'll leave the conclusion for you to take. How do we get here? From 1998, this case commenced about this current Mr. Tinubu of APC.
98 or 1999?
98, before the
Okay,
1999
election.
Then
Yeah.
late Ganifa Oemi of blessed memory took him up. Even his case was recently, or before this February 2023 election, was at the Federal High Court Abuja on this issue. Gani took him to court. He was pleading immunity, and they said House of Assembly, Lagos State should investigate him. They refused. Then Festus Keyami took him to court. Gani Fawemi took him to court. They said, yes, he's a governor, he has immunity, but he can be investigated. That was the ruling of the Court of Appeal as at 2000, if I'm not mistaken. Then they proceeded when he claimed he attended a primary school or a secondary school in Lagos, or I think Ogun State. He graduated 1970. The school was established 1974.
But are these not pre-election matters?
My dear, there are what we call pre-election matters strictly sensu, and there are what we also call other matters that can come with the election petition. You understand what I'm saying? So that is it. But because of who he is, you know what I'm saying? This is Nigeria.
Who is he?
No.
You're not asking the question, Festus. Let him make his own point. They have the right to make his own
point.
point.
There are cases that, I don't want to use the word, people don't want to have take up the issue because of what will later come to know what will happen. The fear of the unknown. I don't want to use some terms on air because of the regulation. You understand? So that is one. Then now, look at what we have an electoral act that says this is how election should be done. INEC came on air. This is how we are going to do it. Budgetary allocation was made to them. Over 300 billion was given to INEC. We are going to transmit our result in good time from polling unit. You can't beat it. This thing is stored in the cloud. Electoral Act says, we all applauded it. This is a wonderful one. It has finally come, which Buhari refused to sign in 2019 because Bukola Saraki started it. They presented it to him twice. Buhari refused to sign. He finally signed it in 2022. Oh, thanks be to God. We have come off it. Now, everybody, your voter's card is your power. Go and take it. Festus Okoye, INEC chairman, went everywhere. INEC chairman himself even went to the United Kingdom. We transmit record, e-transmission. You can't vandalize it, you can't tamper with it. Oh, well, they even went as it was even their rule. When I say the rule, I mean electoral guidelines that INEC will say this is what we will do. It's stated there in black and white. And the same Supreme Court that I are talking about now have stated in the case of Aregbesola and Omisori, Ugboji and the states that rules of courts or practice direction, it has the same status with the provision of our constitution. It has the same efficacy and potency like our constitution, because that is where it gets its power from. You understand?
No, hold on, you react. Continue, please.
Now, the Supreme Court have given this judgment in more than the one I've quoted. You follow it. How can you, even stated in the case of Omisori, that you cannot approbate and reprobate at the same time? How can you tell us this is what you want to do? That is all we have in mind that we want to do, use to work. Then at the middle of the game, you shift the goalpost. Then you are clapping. What? Sorry. Where are you going? Where is the sincerity? Where is the trust? Where is the credibility? Where is the integrity? What happened? Till now, they can't answer it.
So are you not taking the side of retired SAN Muhammad that is corrupt somewhere?
Not be my, I don't want to. It is obvious, like I've said when we're coming in. The judgment is not a true reflection of what was presented.
I'll come back to you.
Hold on. If it was, why are they not even celebrating? Remember, hold on, sir.
Who said it?
No, hold on. He has the floor. You react.
I'm a party man and we are celebrating. So can you tell me what's happening in my party? We are celebrating since 2 days now.
You react.
Even today in my office we are celebrating. You react. You can come and eat down.
Let me take you back to 20.
You can come and eat down in my place today. We are celebrating. Don't tell me about my party.
Celebration.
Don't tell me we are celebrating.
Calm down.
Is that celebration?
We're celebrating it in our own individual way.
He's on his feet. He's on his feet.
We are talking of the presidency.
Don't talk about my party when you
No,
say anything.
we are talking. It's not.
He's on his feet.
My president.
Continue, please.
Whether
He's on his feet.
I'm for him or I'm not
against him. He's the president.
He's the president. I can't deny that. So if I'm a Nigerian, you are not more Nigerian than me.
Okay.
Yes, I don't have a dual citizen. I only have one passport, and that's Nigerian passport.
All right.
Wherever I go, I pride it.
Okay.
So having said, excuse me, let me let me calm down.
But please just calm down. What
Those
your
are
emotions?
us
Calm
not
down.
Nigerians.
Calm
When
down.
we're talking
calm
about
down.
celebration,
Yes.
I want to give you
I want
his.
correct 3 points.
Now look at Adams Oshobole when he was in ACN, when he contested with Professor Osarimo Osumbo. When the tribunal gave judgment, you saw the instantaneous eruption of joy and jubilation. Not even for that day alone. It span on. To the extent when Oshomole is going on the street, people follow him because that is the man of the people. Then in 2012, the same thing repeated when he contested with Ariave. When they announced, you saw the instantaneous eruption. Not only in Oredo, the whole of Edo State. Then when Obaseki also challenged or Ezeyamu and Obaseki had their political tussle for governorship in 2020, you also saw it. But now, go around the streets now.
Thank you.
Who says is that
Thank you.
celebration?
Thank you. But let me make a point of correction. In so many quarters that I'm aware of, there was wide jubilation. Let's put that on the ground. There was wide jubilation.
Definitely.
Because if you take a look at human nature, it's natural. If you win, there must be celebration. Some quarters were angry.
No, you take a look at
Yes.
those who are celebrating.
Of course.
Is it the ordinary Nigeria? How many persons are celebrating in Edo
Okay,
State?
fine. Now, we'll come back to celebration later.
How many
on.
persons?
Let's leave that matter. Now, from what he said, taking a lead from what is it Dajito Muhammad, the retired SAN, talked about, said, look.
No, JS, retired Justice of the Supreme Court.
Yeah, thank you, Judge of Supreme Court. He said there is corruption at the apex court.
Listen, I want to correct 3 points.
We raised.
My
Okay,
colleague
okay,
made.
yes, go ahead.
I'm very disappointed that the lawyer is speaking.
No.
Don't use
I
that language.
take exception to that.
On my own point.
I'm entitled to my opinion.
I'm disappointed because I disagree with him
You can
on
disagree
the
with
point
me.
that
You say you are disappointed.
as a gentleman, as a lawyer,
Gentlemen.
You can
as a
disagree with
lawyer,
me.
as a lawyer.
No.
Let me tell you why. I will explain myself. Let me explain myself. Let me explain myself why. I have a reason.
Hold on. Now listen.
I have a reason to my opinion.
Of course, make up. Hold on.
Because you spoke about judges. He spoke about cases.
He's presiding now. You have to hold on.
He spoke about cases.
Now listen to me.
He spoke about cases.
Even on
those cases ended.
TMI, every opinion counts.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. We have to calm the nerve of our guests because sometimes because of national issue can give rise to so many emotions. But as a station, we'll do our best possible to make sure that we'll contain those emotions. Irrespective of emotions, you have to be calm as you are analyzing, as you are bringing your points to the fore. Okay, it's a national TV. Everyone, they are watching. So, Honorable Samuel, I wanted to please send an apology to Barrister Justin for that strong word he used on him. Is not allowed.
Well,
okay, please.
Well, Mr. Wilson, I apologize for saying I'm disappointed.
All right.
But
Thank you.
I
So
corrected myself that I disagreed.
Okay.
Just that he missed it up.
Okay. All right.
Why I said I disagreed, I will
Yes.
explain to him.
Yes.
Because I expect, as a lawyer, when you are taking issues of law, we expect to learn from you. You understand? Not to be explained with emotions. That's where I was a little bit, I disagree with him.
Yeah.
Because the issue he spoke about that the present President Tinubu was taken to court more than 2-3 times. Yes,
Yeah.
he was taken to court. What were the judgment of those cases? I expect him to speak the truth. Those cases were dismissed of lack of merit. In most cases, he explained it that it was because of the power of immunity. Those cases were not investigated. No, the cases were investigated, concluded, because they even brought it up in these issues, which lawyers came to say, these are the judgment beforehand. Our lawyers said, these are judgment beforehand against these school certificate issues, against these fraud issues. There were evidences given that these cases have come before courts before, lower court, and had no headway, dismissed. So you coming out to say the cases were not investigated, the cases were not judged, it's like you are misquoting the law. It's like you are deceiving the Nigerians, not knowing the truth. Because we should tell Nigerians the truth if you are on national hair. And as a lawyer, speak the truth. If you really were to go and read those issues, you should have known how it was concluded, that they were dismissed on lack of merits. Whether the one in Lagos, whether the one that was in Kaduna, whether it was the one that was also done in Rivers against him, dismiss on lack of merit. Let's tell Nigerians the truth. So now, let's go to the other point. He said, we did not celebrate, Nigeria did not celebrate. Everybody celebrating their own individual way, I believe. Everybody celebrate in their own individual. You might not have celebrated because you disagree with the judgment of the Supreme Court. But that should not also let you decide why other people are happy or not happy. This is my party, APC. I know since the judgment, there are a lot of parties that have been going on. A lot of cows have fell down. A lot of rams have fell down. Like me, if a cow is falling down today, who want to eat, come and eat. It is the celebration. PTP will come and eat. Labour Party will come and eat. I'm not saying only APC. So everybody's celebrating his own way. If you are not celebrating, my brother, you have your own reasons. Secondly, you speak of corruption. What is corruption? What is corruption? From the beginning of the election to the end of the judgment, in Nigeria system, there's no way you can take a little bit corruption out. That's why I said, Obi cheated, Atiku cheated, Tinubu cheated, the smartest one.
Wow. So you mean they all cheated one way or the other to get what they want?
Yes, the smartest one.
I'm giving you this.
Because yes, let us be telling ourselves the sincere truth. Even in this same Supreme Court, the same candidate of he that is defending, the same article, they let go too in the Supreme Court too on the back doors. They let go to media head, like what Araz was doing, pumping the matter so high.
They all did it.
They all did their best to influence the judgment of themselves. But our candidate did probably most best and got the best result. All I expect for them now is to congratulate him. Okay. Because that is the highest. Because anywhere you want to go now, if you want to go to the tennis court, you can go there and judge it. Because that is the next level they can go.
All right, Sam, I will come back to you. I will come back to you. Now,
that's my mind.
All right, all right. So please, gentlemen, let's watch our emotions. Okay, let's watch our emotions. Now, why was given the point, you wanted to raise an objection from a legal perspective.
Well,
you have the floor right now to do that.
Very well. Yes, first and foremost, you see this program, we see anchored. People are viewing different persons. We have, as we speak, we have law students in our various law campuses in Nigeria. Because my learned colleague stated that the practice direction has the same force, has the same power. He even went to quote a judicial authority to that effect. That is not true. I have to correct that impression. The only rules as we speak, because for the sake of we don't know is listening to our program. The only rule in Nigeria that has the same force with the Constitution is the Fundamental Right Enforcement Rules.
Fundamental Right Enforcement Rules.
2009. The provisions in that rules are very sacrosanct. They are equivalent to the Constitution. Because of it has to do with fundamental rights. So those provisions are very sacrosanct. So for my learning colleague to say that the ANEC practice direction is subsidiary, even the fundamental law enforcement is also subsidiary, but because of what it tend to achieve, that is the reason why that impetus, that power is not electoral guidelines or direction. So in that I disagree with him in total.
Okay.
And that is the position of the law.
Okay.
And again, he also made a lot of issues. You see, even we are lawyers. It's not by making noise. Legal practice is beyond making noise. It's all about...
But still, we have what they call constructive noise. That makes a lot of sense.
It's all about the facts of your case. Understanding your case. You see, undue influence. Person is alleging somebody in one way or the other manipulated an election. It's very difficult to prove in court. These are technicalities. That somebody, Mr. A, bribed Mr. B. Where is the evidence? You are insinuating. In law, we believe in facts.
In
fact, the totality of the evidence before the Supreme Court, the court of, even look at the issue of calling a fresh evidence. It's not as of right to the opponents, not as of right to the petitioners.
So discretional.
It's not as of right. You are lost. You are asking for permission. For one reason or the other. You know, public policy. You can also remove it from judiciary. The nature must move forward.
All right. Well, I would have just placed both of you to be on the same path, but I'm glad I separated both of you, seriously. And thank God you are far up. You are far up somewhere. I would have wondered what would happen between both of you if you guys were seated close to each other.
It's what we do in court when we are in court.
The argument.
When we go outside the conference, we get together. We went and dined together.
Of course, we react. So after first of all, you heard it. It got heated at some point. We have to really go on the break to allow them to calm their nerve. All right. People are like saying that the reason why we are yet to fully grab, or will I say enjoy, the dividends of democracy is because of the plethora of cases. Right now, the war come battle have been fought and won. What next, Mr. President? Don't forget the promise he made that by December, Protocol Refinery will be functional. Can we now hold him to, because you're a party man, can we now hold him out to his words? Because fear right now is like, I don't know, dealing down the prices, like, you know, just going up, coming down. Now it's just going up, gas. You know the issue of gas. Diesel, oh my word. Take it up from there.
Say, as a member of the All Progressive Congress, at times when I'm with some persons, I'll tell them, if you check Edo State today, the APC is like they are not working. It's like we don't even have APC except from world meeting, this, that. Why? You don't see people coming to critique the governor based on his policies. Like I said before, the president is seated already, no longer with one leg, but with two legs. It is a time to push him. He must be put on his toes to run. And as a Nigerian, I'm not going to say, no, don't drag the president. You have to drag him. He woke up one morning and said, I want to be a president. I want to be the #1 citizen. And as the #1 citizen, he should give to us what we want from him. He said, Port Harcourt Refinery will work by December. And if by December it is not working, there should be noise in the country. I'm saying this as the member of the All Progressive Congress and as a Nigerian. First, Nigeria before party. He has won. Supreme Court has given the verdict. Now you be Oga pata pata, carry go. Now we should drag him. We should make him run. I might not be the one to come to that TV and be shouting, Tinubu, you are not working. Tinubu, give us this. No. That's why we have him. That's why Obi is there. Atiku is there. Opposition shouldn't be about saying, no man, you know where? Not be down where the fees drip follow. Leave the man down. That one that can't even work. No. Opposition party now should sit and check palliative. Is palliative actually okay for Nigeria? Make research on it. Then come do a press conference. Tell Nigerians that as a country we don't need palliative. This is what we need. A sensible government will sit down, read the minutes of your press conference, check your presentation, and bring out
sense from it. If only there is sense in it. So now that he's seated fully, it is time for him to go to work. There is a lot of work. Let's start from the forest. They are trying to say people are hoarding dollars. Who are those hoarding dollars? We are in a computer world. A world that if I worth 10 million, CBN will know I worth 10 million. Government shouldn't come and tell people are hoarding dollars. No. They should sit. The CBN should sit. Bring out policy that will make you bring out the dollar in your house. Bring it out. And if it is out, it's not going back to you. There should be restriction to some of those forest things we do. Now, yesterday I was talking with someone and we were like, dollar now they said is 780 to 800, but our booking forest is still within 1,000. It's not the kind of country we want. Our booking forest cannot give us 1,000 and the bank will be giving us 800. No. The opposition should wake and speak for things like that. Not coming to tell us Tinubu not where. Now say they appoint to not where. Now say they do this one. No. Go back and check. NNPC refinery where they say it will work for December. You know, nothing has been done. Oh, they should be shouting. I once said it on air that labor union are part of the problem we have as a country. And that day I was trying to give reasons. Because they come and say, we want to negotiate with federal government. What are you negotiating? Hold federal government by their words. Federal government have said refinery will work by December. Now we are in October. October is almost gone. Labor union should go to the Port Harcourt refinery and check if in the next 2 months this refinery will work or not. If you are sure that this refinery will not work, then you start the noise now. You should be crying now. Not that we now wait in December and find out that this refinery will not work. Oh, now you are crying by December. No. Opposition parties should join labor to cry now. If actually no work is going on there. As of yesterday, the junior minister of petroleum and the CMD they went to Kaduna refinery and they said 2024.
The fourth quarter. All right.
This refinery will work.
Okay.
These are words that you are going to hold to fight them tomorrow.
I'll come back to you first, as you spoke on at length. Now let me come to you, Barrister Justin. At least your emotion is like, calmer now. It's like, you're more relaxed right now. He talked about Labour Party, PDP forming a formidable opposition to get Nigerians that dividends of democracy, the prospect of good governance. After all, the battle, the war has been fought, lost by some, won by one. What do you think about that?
Wilson, thank you very much.
Yes.
Before I go to that issue of forming opposition government or opposition party to checkmate the government, I would like to respond to some of the things my friend and brother have said, particularly my learned friend.
Okay.
With all sense of humility, I run my office, law office, and as a lawyer, I've practiced for decades. And when I talk as a lawyer, and I cited authorities, and the authorities or the legal authorities I cited, they are not just customary court judgment or high court judgment or even court. I'm citing the same Supreme Court authority that said what I quoted. Even in the case of SEC, that's Security and Exchange Commission against Christopher Okeke, is there, where the Supreme Court said these rules are to be obeyed. You understand what I'm saying? And they are not, if you fail to obey whatever is the sanction, should be meted to you, and nothing happens. I'm just paraphrasing. So for him to say that's not the position, he didn't tell us the authority is relied on. As a lawyer, you argue by judicial and statutory position or authorities. What the law says, the act of the National Assembly or the State Assembly, or what the courts have that have looked at that law, what they have pronounced, the pronouncement they made upon it. I have given 3. If you want one, I can give. What I said is the position. If you want the authority, I can call and bring them when next you invite me. this is what the Supreme Court said on that position. And that's what lawyers do.
Okay.
And that's what we do in court.
All right.
Now, coming back to what you said about forming opposition party
To checkmate the government, to make them work so that at least you have good prospects.
Well, first and foremost, I think we are already there as opposition based on what is on ground, and we will do that. And at appropriate time and every time, we have always said that, even before now. It's just that the government that we have hardly listen because they have,
Hardly listen.
Excuse me.
Many may differ without opinion.
Yes,
But continue your opinion.
Yes. Hardly listen. They do what they have in mind. They don't want to listen to the voice of the opposition, so that they will not say it is what the opposition said that you are using that made you to know what to do. How can you come? Let's chronicle this particular government that came in May 29, 2023. He has not even sat down on this. He has not even left the inauguration ground. He said subsidy is gone. How do we feel today? And do you know that they are denying paying subsidy? IPMA, that's independent market, petroleum marketers, are saying they've paid a subsidy. Last time, I think in August, they paid over $160 billion.
But they denied it. So let's leave it at that.
Now, wait. I said they denied. That's what they said. I also said
what it's not true. Okay, continue.
Oh,
no, we have to make it clear.
I gave you two positions. I said,
okay.
Government said there is no subsidy. But in August, September, IPMA came to say they pay subsidy up to the tune of 162 billion. And even we that are seated here, let us use what my Professor Otapo say, common sense. Our refineries are not working. We export our crude oil and bring refined product, and this thing is dollar denominated. What is the current rate of dollar to naira today, or naira to dollar? Is it the same as at when Buhari left it? Of course no. Some persons are even say $1 is up to 1,200 to 1.
The black market.
Even in IE markets, that's import and export market. So if the dollar is over 1,000 naira, for example, and the last time when you say subsidy is gone, automatically move to 520 per liter. Later I move to 620. Now that it's over 1,000, it's not common that something has added. And one of the reasons that we are having some kind of maybe some filling station not dispensing is because they are already saying that there will be increments.
Okay.
I don't know if you understand. So these are some of the things. But on our side, we agree subsidy will go, but not in the cruel manner in which it was taken off.
Okay, I'll come
and we are saying cut prices. Why? How would your currency be strong when you have turned your own country from production to consumption? What is being produced in Nigeria? Nothing. But we say we will make Nigeria production country from consumption country to production country, and we stand by it, and we get facts and figures.
Your country is the highest exporter.
Of course, you will. You react.
Hold on.
You react. Hold on.
So
the same man was. Hold on. He's standing on his feet.
See,
allow him talk.
This interjection is not.
Please continue.
So this is what we say we will do, and we proved it. If you go to what he just said in Anambra, I can give you statistics, fast and figure, go and verify.
All right.
That these things is doable, but look at what he has done.
I'll come back to you.
He said we should tighten our belts. Do you know that the current president now has appointed over 20 aides as media aides?
We'll come back to you. Hold on.
Look at the ministers.
You raise your point.
He said he spent over $500,000 in US for 2 weeks.
Thank you, Barrister Justin. Thank you. You heard him.
Very well.
He said the government do not listen. He said they are extravagant and you're asking us to tie our belt. He talked about the opinion of IPMA that they are paying subsidy, but the president said it's not true. But from your calculation, talk about $1 to naira 1,000 plus, somewhere along the line, it must be something about it. So react to his comment. Over now to you.
I will start with the last point he made that their candidate wanted to turn Nigeria from a consumer to a producer country. How can a candidate that is one of the highest importer in Nigeria that did not think how to make Nigeria an exporter when he was a governor, and as a candidate, one of the highest importer of foodstuff that can be produced in Nigeria, that are produced from corn, maize, cereals. He import them better since years. He never found it wrong to think in Anambra State to be a producer of those cereals that is importing, and he want to turn Nigeria to a producer country. I think it's a fallacy for me. You know, that's the one point. On the other point about the INEC issue, my learned brother is confusing about. The INEC has the discretion to how to transmit result. It is written in their guidelines, either electronically or manually. Which the court says that if it was collected manually, it does not make the result invalid. So let us always take things the way it should be. Then let's go further about the government doesn't listen. I believe the government we have today is a listening government. Because I have seen instances since he came in less than 4 months. The northern people come, they advise him. He works on it. The Nigerian cries out, like the case of 5,000. I even came here and said this rubbish is an avenue to steal our money. And the people cried out, he returned it back. He took it back. Like what my colleague said, when people cried out against some of his appointment, he took it back. It's a listening government. And it's also the same government telling you as opposition, come and work with me. So don't criticize what we are observing the otherwise. All I expect us, we should encourage it. We should encourage your positions. Bring your ideas. Bring your, like what my brother said, why not now with the oppositions? Because we are all oppositions. Whether we are in the party or not. Because why not all start investigating that refinery now? For example, like some roads that claim they have been done, why can't we ourselves do the investigation and cry to the government that this thing is not going the way it's claimed by the contractors? We all have a job to do. So it should not say because we have lost, so because we have lost now you throw your hat in 2027 again, and Nigeria going up beside me. That is wrong. You are part of Nigeria. You are going to feel it too. You and I are going to feel it, pain. Definitely, I believe in this government we have. It's going to give Nigeria a great nation. Why I believe? I have tried on my own to check some of his policies. And those policies, I believe, they are not miracles. They are not something that are going to bring an instant healing to the Nigerians. And there's no policy in the world that comes new that brings instant miracle to Nigeria, to anybody. Whether in America, whether in Europe, whether it's not going to be different in Nigeria. We Nigerians, we are sometimes very impatient. Because of what we feel. Because of the way we feel, we quick to emotions. We quick to criticize. We quick to curse. We quick to complaints. But I believe sometimes when we want to complain, we should complain critically. Not just because we don't like this person, we complain because of the, I will tell you now, that man with the sick. No, don't, that's not how. Tell me what you feel in this policy that is wrong, that is a problem. Because this forest unification, if the policy really stands well, it will bring the dollar definitely down. If the refineries, as he wishes, really start working, and the Dangote refinery also add its own addition. This is a private refinery.
Dangote refinery issue, I don't want to go into that yesterday.
Listen.
Nigeria are not happy.
We are all talking,
anyway.
Sir, it is part of what will make Nigeria great. Okay. You cannot take it away. A refinery is going to be giving Nigeria almost about 650 liters, and you think we should not talk about it?
And you told us August. No,
listen, sir. No, November.
June. June. From June to August, from August to October, now November.
It's running on test right now. The full starting of operation will start in November. That was what we were told. We are still patiently waiting.
Next week is November.
That's not the point.
Okay, fine.
The point I'm making, you listen to the point, not just to criticize.
Okay.
I said in the position that the refinery in Port Harcourt start working.
Okay.
And in addition, that the Dangote refinery works as well side by side and give Nigeria product. That is where we should be thinking towards. If Nigerian refinery is giving us 2 million liters and the Dangote is giving us 650 liters, Nigeria will have about 2.650 million liters to consumptions. Automatically bring the price of fuel down drastically because there will be surplus surplus to demand. As long as there will be surplus to demand, there's no more much importation of this. There will be less fight for dollars. There will be less struggle for dollars. And when there's less demand for dollar automatically will fall. Let's all think in a proper way. And let's educate Nigerians properly too. That they need to be patient. They need to pray for this government. That the policies the government are bringing should be well utilized.
Okay.
Because if you look at most of the policies now, many of the ministers has not even get running, apart from like the minister of works, Umwai, then like the FCT minister. Those are the forces we have seen here. Edu too, the social minister, humanitarian or whatever. She's also very on the move. There are very few ministers that have started moving. And when all these things, these portfolios, they are being given, are started being implemented, Nigerians will see a different situation. All right. Nigerians will be lucky to have voted this man. That is my belief. Your belief. That is my opinion. All right. Because I have studied the policies. I have studied the man. He's a man that listens. Okay. Even when oppositions come to meet him, because last time the PDP governors went to meet him. Yeah. They gave him an ideas, and he utilized it. Okay. So somebody that can listen to all is the kind of government we need now. All right. That will take Nigeria to where we're going. Okay. Not a government that will presume go and verify. You go and verify, the verification are all fake. Our force. So we don't want this kind of government.
I'll come back to you. I'll come back to
Malaysia and verify. You go to Malaysia, you discover something different. The statistic is different.
I'll come back to you.
This one, statistic is different. I tell you, go and verify. We don't want all those propaganda.
I will come back to you. Thank you. Well, now you heard him. He said we should trust the president. After all, former President Goodluck Jonathan of the PDP paid him a visit, and of course the PDP members also went to Aso Rock to congratulate him and to chart the way forward. Taking a look at the aftermath of Supreme Court judgment, prospect for good governance. Underlined, prospect for good governance. The war has been fought and won. Some will say no winner, no vanquish. Nigeria won. Don't say no, it was APC that won. Labour lost, PDP lost. Take it or leave, we are all Nigerian. We have one president. So let's say for now, Nigeria won. What is the way forward? Do you feel or think that LP, PDP can form a strong opposition to push this government to work? Like what's your opinion? And of course, Honorable Sama also have the same opinion.
Yes. Like you rightly said, we admitted that the judgment has settled the legal tussle. And this is time for Mr. President to rise up to the serious economic problems of the country. As we speak, the problems Nigerians are facing, words are not enough to even describe it, the extent. So there's so much expectations in view of the judgment. Is not the president in charge of the country. So the hope, the last hope for the people is the time for the Mr. President to write, his name is Mambo, to make history in Nigeria. The people are suffering. He can do it. So, as to he can also unite the country. Even as we speak, the unity of this country is at stake. It should extend the Holy Branch. It should call for all-inclusive government. The opposition parties should call for competence. When there are competence and excellence beyond party affiliations. should look for experts. So that is what we are looking forward to. Now that the legal war is over, it should be an opportunity for Mr. President to serve the citizens of this country. It can make a difference. So that is my prospect.
All right. I'll come back to you, Barrister Greg.
So before I...
Okay.
The issue, there's a...
Not again! Not again!
No, it's a legal issue. Come on! Legal issue. We have to reconcile that issue.
Okay, fine. Briefly.
We are not saying the practice directions or the rules, INEC rules are not, or guidelines are not to be obeyed. He was the one that posited. He stated that the rules and the guidelines, they have the same force with the Constitution. But I said it's not true. We are not saying the
and
rules.
what is your authority?
We are not saying
what
that.
He has the floor.
We are not
Please.
saying that. We are not saying that the rules are not to be obeyed. It's two different, but it does not have the same force with the Constitution. They are waivable. Those rules are waivable.
Okay.
Well, the Constitution is not waivable.
Yes,
Right.
the only rules that are not the only rules of court that is mandatory is the fundamental right enforcement rules.
Okay. Because some are saying
because the reason for it is this.
Okay.
Why the fundamental enforcement rules is so is mandatory is because it derives his force, his power from the Constitution. It is the Chief Justice of Nigeria that have the power. All right, so make that rule. That is the issue.
all right, I'm getting serious, strong calling right now that people want to talk, want to call into the show, but there's a reason for that. No, for now. I have my good reasons. No calling, please. I'm not going to accept any call. No, you don't want to say something, but please, let's handle the tension right now in this studio first. Yeah. I don't want to add anyone to it, okay? Let's just calm down, please. No calls for now. No calls for today. All right, thank you so much, Barrister Greg. Promises have been made. Because people are like, a little bit upset that since he came into power, it's been telling us to be patient. Nigerians really, they are suffering. Fuel over 600, diesel over $1,000, over 1,000. People are like, come on, this is not what we bargained for. This is not what we voted in for. Some are saying after the legal battle, things will go on smoothly. After all, there was a clip that has gone viral. Your job is secured. I will not forget that comment. Your job. When someone things that to correlate him, he say, yes, we can now work because your jobs are like, secure, they are safe. Is Nigeria secured under him?
Yeah, Nigeria.
Juxtaposing what we are going through.
Nigeria will be secure.
Yes.
The reason why I use the word will be secure is because at present, a lot are going on. And I want to beg my leader here, Mr. Arase, please. I don't want us to start measuring Dangote refinery because that was the last camp Buhari gave us. I'll take it. I'm an APC man, and I will say that without an apology to anybody. The reason why I say we shouldn't go there is this, because for you to say you are inaugurating, launching something, that thing should have been completed. So they did that to a kind of tell Buhari that it should be on his record. He started Dangote refinery. And as a Nigerian, I want to say this to all fellow Nigerians there. If any government will work, we will make them work. Tinubu is a good man, and I'll give you reasons. He was talking about turning Nigeria to a production country, not a consumption country. Obi would have not done that. Ask me why. Obi, as the governor of Anambra State, did nothing to make Anambra a production state. Anambra, is still having the two biggest peppers markets in West Africa, not in Nigeria. So if he wanted to make that state a production state, by now, we'll be running down to Anambra to buy grade 1 pass. I work at spare pass. And I can tell you, between
the pass with Busha and they take it down to Onitsha. So what I'm trying to say here is, let Nigerians wake up to one reality. We must make them run. If not, they will not run. Let me start from the Nigeria police. There was a time in this state, although it still happened, but it has reduced. A policeman can mess you up anytime, any day. And people begin to cry. Before you know, if a policeman makes you up now, you're able to get the record of it. The policeman will be sanctioned. And I think I'll give kudos to the Nigeria police for that. Because we have seen some level of changes. So every other areas, parastators, every other ministries, let us begin to spread that sanity. A situation where someone come to Benin Abuja Express Road, Benin Ahunchi Road, and tell us that this road was commissioned during the era of Buhari, and now we don't have road. You know why? Because we, the Eldolites, did not wake up to our responsibility. How long will it take them to construct that road? 8, 7 years, 9 years? But if we had woke up one morning and said, no, this road, nobody will pass it for the next 1 month, let's shut it down, let's feel the pain. Do you know what people pass through driving through that road?
But they did it later on. They shut down that road for a while. And that dragged the attention of Umahi.
Now, these are the things we should be doing.
We should speak up.
We should speak up. I told the friends that the problem we have in Nigeria is our political parties. Give us the best three: APC, PDP, Labour Party. Sorry to every other political party. Let all the political parties bring out their best candidate. Whoever wins will position this country. But if you don't make the winner work, it will not work. It will not work. So if we are talking about the prospect for good governance, the citizens have a role to play. The academicians. You are a lecturer, you still collect bribe to pass students. You are an educator, you still go and sit down for someone to write WAEC. You are a father, you say, my son not pass primary 6, he's not good. Oh. You still go and help your son to write. You are a trader, you just woke up one day and say, now let me get Gary for this market now. Gary now 200 naira instead of 50 naira. So we all must wake up to the fact that it is our country. Whenever you inflate your price, and I'm the one that buy from you, I will inflate my service to other person also before you know inflation comes. So if Buhari will work,
if Tinubu
will work, first, Nigerians must wake up to their duty as a citizen of this country. Not play game. Don't tell me no now, not you a voter, no Nigerian. No, he's your president. This thing is not right. What begins to cry out is not right. This thing is okay. Let's clap for him.
So you're saying everybody should form a position right now to be on the check.
But the citizens.
Whether you're an APC, PDP, Labour, Zenith Labour, NNPP.
It's like you telling me, Festus, how is it like? You're very for 650. I'll tell you, it's okay now. It's not okay.
Okay.
I voted for him. I campaigned for him. It's not okay. Now, what will make it okay? When the refinery begins to work, that's why I said, don't measure Dangote refinery here. Port Harcourt refinery should work. We are talking about Dangote refinery. We have refinery in Delta State. In Warri.
Kaduna.
Now, Warri refinery should be working. Nobody said anything about it, and you see Labour, they are telling you, we want to do this, we want to do that. Let's protest, let's do this. Which strike are you striking? Don't tell us you are striking because you want minimum wage to be increased. Tell us you are striking because Warri refinery is not working. Not until it is working, we are not going to work. You know why? If those refineries are working, nobody will go and source for dollar to go and buy PMS.
From outside.
Dollar is coming down.
You just nailed it. Both of you just nailed it. Now, open up to you. Everyone forming formidable opposition, whether you are in the party or not, give us good governance, the prospect for good governance. Take it up from there.
You see, good governance is a constitutional issue. And those that are to give it force, many of them are not willing to do so.
Why would you say so?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
If you look at the Constitution of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, I think chapter 2 talks about state policy and all those stuff.
Directive, principles.
What the state should do. Do you know that these same persons make those states not justiciable? You can't go to court and sue for it. Yes, you can't go to court to sue for it. Because those are the things that the governor or government of the other state, local government or federal should do. But they make it not enforceable. Why? That's wrong. Then the issue of forests.
Hold on now, we'll come back to you after this break. Once we come back from this break, you continue with your chain of thought. Don't go anywhere. This is TMI. Yes, you encounter that uproar. It does happen sometimes, but they are now back to themselves. No more emotional outbursts from any of them. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
TMI. Every opinion counts.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is TMI. We are the last part of the discussion. Barrister, just driving at a particular point, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Oh, God. Okay. So, like I was saying, on the forest issue, I think that was where I was before the news break. For forests, if you look at our country, the basic things that the president should be doing or should have done, he's not doing it. He's a president that talks before he thinks, yeah.
The people may differ with that opinion.
Well,
so what do you think he should have done?
Now, he's saying they are looking at one part of the sector of the economy, maybe the energy sector. Oh, if petroleum, our refineries start working, then the price of dollars or dollar demand will fall. I'll tell you, no. Let me tell you, the product or the goods that we could produce in this country, each the rights that was banned by the previous administration. Are you aware that Mr. Tinubu has lifted up?
No, President, please.
President Tinubu has lifted the ban on those items from being imported. Are those things not going to put each other? That is one of the ways or one of the measures that have put further pressure on Naira to collapse. I don't know if you understand. So what are you supposed to do? Make your refinery work before you say subsidy is gone. Put things on ground before you say subsidy is gone. You don't just wake up from your subsidy is gone. No. Look at our roads. Benin to Lagos, Benin to Benin Auchi Road. Yeah. Then the other one, Benin Agbo Road. Oh God, I used that road not too long ago. It's a mess. In short, Sapele Road is like a child's play compared to Benin Agbo Road. Then Benin Ekpoma Road. These are major roads. Look how the mess they are. At this 21st century, then APC is a party of scam. Many will differ with that comment. Please withdraw that statement. Okay, I withdraw that statement.
Thank you.
Is a party that will not give you a bluff view of things. How can you commission a refinery and told us it will work? There and there, you commissioned it. Yet, the so-called Dangote refinery is still importing petroleum products. It's in the public. I'm not just saying it's in the public domain. It's in the public domain. That is it. People that are feeding fat from this importation, let me tell you, they will not give up. I will leave it at that. Because why are they rushing to do some palliative measure on Sapele? Because a tanker exploded there recently. I'm sure you are aware. And property, persons, and other business were gutted in fire. That's why they are rushing to do this. Is that the kind of government you want to see to work for you? A catastrophe will happen first before you now act. Are you supposed to be a reactive government or a proactive government? Even at that, now let's come to the issue of importation that my friend talked about that Peter B is doing. I want to tell you right here and now, and I'll tell you, go and verify. when Peter Obi was governor of Anambra State, Anambra was the leading exporter of vegetable. They made some money from it, up to $2 million.
Vegetables.
Yes, and go and look. Where is Innocent to the Innocent Motors? Is it in Anambra State?
Is it the one that brought Innocent?
Listen now, is it not the
Yes, the floor, please. Let's
what he put in place that make investors to come. And when it was there was security. Business thrive. Education, they moved from bottom to top. This is not, they are verified. He left over 70 billion naira in the coffers of the state, in both in foreign currency and in local currency. They are there. The banks were, if you want me to mention, I will also mention there. Because I tell you as
Fidelity Bank.
So these are some of the things. So we on our side.
But was he involved also in the importation of goods?
Importation of goods. He said so.
Yes.
He said so. He just made that comment, and there's no fact to.
Where's Nesto?
Okay. Listen now.
It's okay. It's
he
okay.
Just
it's
said
okay.
so. He made the facts. I mean the statement without backing it up with facts.
He just mentioned the name right now.
Nesto.
Then I will have to go and verify.
Many more. Okay.
God, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
So it's due, please.
So
He has the floor, please. Honorable Kandau, please continue.
So these are some of the
Yes.
things. Then when you also look at the nominees or the appointees, the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu has made, you see that they are lopsided. And you say it's supposed to be a national government. He claimed he wants everybody to be included. But your appointments are coming from one sector of the country. Southwest, those he brought in from other political parties, we know what they did. We know what Wike did in Rivers State. You want me to go further so that I don't infringe on? We know what Wike did in Rivers State that made him brought. Even when he was not even going to clear him, there were security concerns. Wike made some comments. They have to retrace their steps. So I'll leave it at that. If you say that is how to choose person from other parties. You understand? We know what Wike did in Rivers that made him give him that position.
All right.
No, then there are some things I just want to go to. Then on the fundamental human right issue that my friend mentioned, please, I want us, we are on air, like he said, there are some law students and even lawyers that are listening. If I don't know,
Many of them
are listening. And maybe some of them. That fundamental human right rules is the same status it enjoys with the rules of court and practice direction. They inure from the provision of the Constitution. I think section 290.
Anyway, that's subject to debate.
No, hold on. I'm going
subject to debate. I know that in law. Lawyers to come debate on it. So I wouldn't want to dive into that. It's not between you and Barrister Greg. Later, I'm going to create a platform for you to really come thrash out this issue about law. You bring out facts, you bring out people, bring out everything, but not everything in the Constitution or in law is subject or open to debate. Any other points you want to raise?
Okay, I'll leave it at that for
Thank you so much. Well, he raised many points, and of course, former governor of Rivers State didn't hide it. He said, "This is what I did." That's what people love about Wike. He will tell you, "This is what I brought now." He's fond of that.
In a society, is that how things are done?
Anyway, it's his own person. It's his own person, and somewhere along the line, he is a minister from an opposition party, still functioning in the same opposition, but working for the ruling party. He is the first in Nigeria to have done that.
And he's doing well.
Well, I don't know what is well. Posterity will tell. Posterity will tell. Now, gentlemen, still talking about good governance, because for what you anchored on is about the refineries. But this settlement refineries can go to other lengths also to make our naira strong. Now, what do you think is that one thing that Mr. President should do that make Nigerians, it's not your turn yet, Barrister Greg, please, I'm going to Honorable Samuel, okay, should do to make Nigeria smile, apart from refineries, which he promised that come December, because me personally, I'm waiting for that December, seriously. What other can he do?
Listen, you know,
Yes.
sometimes when we make our points,
Yes.
we like to criticize. You ask my my learned brother something. What would you have done?
Brother.
Yes, my learned brother, as you call him.
It's
my brother.
You are not a legal practitioner.
He's a very educated one.
You are not allowed to use that comment.
He's a learned one.
It's my brother.
I didn't say colleague. I said learned brother.
He's not a learned brother.
He's a learned brother.
And I'm learned. So
He's
it's my
learned.
learned brother.
No, but it's correct. But that time learned is for legal practitioners.
No.
No.
The context in which you use it is very
If I say learned colleague, it's a different issue.
Okay, please
If I say
continue.
learned brother, it's making it that he's educated.
Thank you. Please
And I expect
continue.
you.
Thank you. Go
So you allow
ahead.
me to express what
Go
I want to
ahead,
express,
go ahead,
please.
go ahead, go
Thank
ahead.
you.
Go ahead.
Whatever I call him is my brother, and I have a right to it.
Yeah.
Let me correct that point. What I expect from him, you ask him a question. You said, what will you do to make Nigeria otherwise as this president has done? Because this president has done nothing, has done this, has not done right. Okay, what will you do?
Let me go there.
No, what will you do?
He has his law.
The question that was asked to you, what will you do otherwise to make Nigeria good, to bring the forest down?
Okay.
But from all your discussions, I did not hear anything, any suggestions. I did not hear any suggestions. What we expect now as an opposition, as he asked you that question, I would have expected to say, Nigeria, the president should look at into mineral resources like what he's already doing. Looking at into the agricultural, calling an emergency on agriculture, on food security. These things are things that are diversified from the petroleum energy aspect. That is also going to help the nation. Because if you look at our mining sector, at present, it is mostly being stolen. It is not deriving revenues, the revenue source for Nigeria as supposed. So I believe the government should do more on that aspect. Because we have a lot of lithium, uranium,
Yes.
gold, all these kind of resources, limestones. These are resources we can export that are high valued in Western world. I think that's what the government should also do. By doing so, we increase our exportations. We increase our value for Naira. Two, the Nigerian government should think like the Chinese, should think like the Russians, not think like the Westerner. What do I mean with that? Thinking like the Chinese, thinking like the Russians. We should start divesting away from dollar. We should stop all our resources savings in dollar. We should start buying golds. By dollarizing dollar in Nigeria here would make dollar less valued. Make your foreign your currency more valued. We should be able to buy things with our currency. Just like the way the Indians are buying crude now from a Russian with rupees, the Brazilians same, and other places. Nigeria can also create these policies. We should not look one side. South Africa is already moving ahead with the help of being a BRICS member. It's being carried along.
Everybody use your currency.
Yes, everybody uses their currency, and it will stabilize your own internal currency, automatically make dollar less valued in your country. But because we are being forced,
No, they are not being forced.
kind of the Western art has already make it a system for us. Bros, you don't know what I'm talking about. Many African countries are having their resources in dollars.
All right.
That should not be the case. It is the time that Nigerians should start it. Like the way South Africa have started, Nigeria should join the key.
Thank you.
Tunisia is already going on it. Egypt is already going on it.
Thank you.
We should start stopping dollar
Thank you.
savings.
Thank you so much. And that's your last
That will help
line.
Nigerian.
It will help.
Help the
God
forest.
will help Nigerians. Thank you so much. You have 1 minute.
Yes.
1 minute. It just is 2 minutes, but you have one because I'm taking a look at the time. That time is up. You've spoken your own. 1 minute,
Yes.
quickly.
My colleague made reference
Yes.
to chapter 2 of the 1999 Constitution.
Are you going on to the legal thing?
No. There's a solution to this whole problem. The
All right.
development of this country
All right.
that we are clamoring for is lacks in that section. By that section provide for some rights of the citizen. But It's a laughable right in the sense that these rights, as important as they are not enforceable in any court of law.
He said that also.
They have no jurisdiction. For example, the right to high standard of living as a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. As we speak, nobody can approach the court.
The court on that particular issue.
Yes.
So they should amend that part of the Constitution.
Ordinarily, the bad rules, we would have even taken the government to court.
Thank you.
Right to live in good environment.
Thank you.
Right for right to good accommodation.
Thank you.
Right
Thank
to
you,
good
Barrister.
environment. All these rights are laughable in Nigeria. We are appealing to the National Assembly.
They should adjust it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Festus.
For rapid development of this country.
Thank you. 1 minute. 1 minute. Our time is up. Quickly.
I guess what we need for a better Nigeria are
Yes.
strong institutions.
Yes.
If we can have the Nigeria Police Force being strong, the FCC being strong, the media, every institutions, when they are strong, not strong men.
The strong institutions.
Yes, Nigeria
All
will be a
right.
better place for us.
All right. Thank you so much, Barrister. Quickly. 1 minute.
Yes, if I may counsel the president, because nobody's a monopoly or island of knowledge. Yet.
Yes.
So let me counsel him, if they will use it, the president should work on our security. Because no serious investor or no investor want to come to
A place that's not
that
secure.
is not secure. Your
All
life
right.
is not secure. Your
All
investment
right.
is not secure. Then you should diversify the economy.
Thank you.
And in response to what my brother said, Mr. Aras, with due respect to him, dollarization of our economy is not the problem of our economy.
It's part of the problem.
It's part of the problem.
It's huge part of it.
If let me tell you, if we go back to history in the
Yes.
80s, in the 70s, and even the 90s, was this same dollar not there?
Thank you so much. We'll come to that question later because our time is up. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your wonderful opinions. It was also 3 topics, but this one took over everything because of the emotions letting this topic. They are good friends. All those hardcore you see, one of those things you see in the studio outside, they are brothers, they are colleagues, they mean anyhow. Don't mind them. We'll do it again next week Sunday. God willing. Bye for now.